On July 25, 1753, Santiago de Liniers was born in a small town in what is now Argentina, to a French father and a Spanish mother, symbolizing the blend of colonial cultures. Santiago's early life was influenced by the cultural heritage of both his parents, fostering a unique perspective that would later shape his leadership qualities. As Santiago grew, he became aware of the geopolitical climate, learning about the tensions between Spain and other colonial powers, particularly Britain. By his teenage years, de Liniers joined the Spanish Navy, intrigued by the idea of expanding Spanish influence across the seas. De Liniers' voyages took him to Europe, where he honed his administrative and military skills, preparing for future leadership roles. Upon returning to Buenos Aires, Liniers was appointed to critical positions within the colonial administration, leveraging his experiences abroad. In 1804, Liniers was appointed as the viceroy of the Rio de la Plata, overseeing a crucial period of change and unrest within the region. During his tenure, Liniers faced British invasions in 1806, proving his mettle as a military leader and strategist in defense of the region. Liniers successfully organized the resistance against the British, leading to the recapture of Buenos Aires, which earned him respect and admiration. Post-invasion, Liniers' governance focused on stabilizing the economy and improving relations with local elites, laying groundwork for future reforms. As tensions continued to rise among different factions, Liniers struggled to maintain peace between the Spanish crown and growing revolutionary sentiments. After several political struggles, Liniers eventually faced opposition, leading to his arrest and deposition in 1810 amidst revolutionary fervor. His opposition to the revolution stemmed from a desire to maintain stability, reflecting the complex situation in colonial governance during his era. Despite his downfall, Liniers' legacy as a defender of Buenos Aires endures, remembered for his commitment to his homeland. Revolutionary narratives often contrast Liniers with figures who rallied for independence, reflecting the complexities of loyalty versus freedom. Beyond his time, Liniers is seen as a figure who illustrates the tensions of colonial authority and emerging local identity. A narrative of Liniers represents the struggles of many leaders caught between loyalty to an empire and the call for independence from colonial rule. In literature and education, his story continues to incite discussions about leadership, loyalty, and the impact of foreign influences on local cultures. Ultimately, Liniers serves as a reminder of the nuances in history, where heroes and villains can be defined by perspective and timing. As historical discourse continues to evolve, de Liniers' legacy invites future generations to explore their own identities. His life inspires conversations around cultural synthesis and resistance that resonate in current discussions of identity and heritage. As we navigate a world marked by globalization, Liniers' story encapsulates the ongoing dialogue between local traditions and global influences. In reflective moments, societies acknowledge the diverse narratives that shape their history, often sparked by figures like Liniers who navigated complexities. Santiago de Liniers was born to Pierre de Liniers and Teresa de Siriaco, in a setting marked by colonial ambitions and maritime lore. As a young boy, Liniers explored the vibrant streets of Buenos Aires, absorbing the merging cultures that shaped his identity. At 13, Liniers began his naval career, joining the Spanish Navy and setting sail on daring expeditions across the Atlantic. Liniers honed his navigation and combat skills through encounters with British threats during his voyages, shaping his future as a leader. After years at sea, Liniers returned to Buenos Aires, ready to advance his career in the colonial administration. Liniers gained respect among colonial officials and locals alike for his diplomacy and understanding of the geopolitical landscape. By 1804, Liniers was appointed viceroy of the Rio de la Plata, thrusting him into a world of political complexity and challenges. As tensions escalated with the British Empire, Liniers was confronted with the impending threat of invasions in his territory. In 1806, the British invaded Buenos Aires, leading Liniers to navigate a precarious situation filled with conflict and ambition. Liniers mobilized local militias, rallying the populace to defend their city against the invading forces with determination. Through clever tactics and passionate support, Liniers successfully led the resistance, regaining control of Buenos Aires by the end of the year. Despite his victory, Liniers faced pressure to navigate the complexities of colonial loyalty versus emerging revolutionary sentiments. In 1810, a revolutionary wave swept through Buenos Aires, leading to Liniers' arrest and deposition amid political turbulence. Liniers' deposition marked a significant shift in the political landscape of the Rio de la Plata, igniting discussions about governance. Despite his fall from power, Liniers is remembered as a defender of Buenos Aires, a paradox of loyalty and rebellion. Liniers' life and legacy sparked continued discussions on colonialism, governance, and cultural identity in Argentina and beyond. Santiago de Liniers' unique heritage and experiences shaped his view of leadership and identity, infusing his political strategies with depth. As time passed, Liniers' name became synonymous with courage, complexity, and the fight for identity within the fabric of Argentina. Young leaders today look to Liniers as a model for understanding the nuances of colonial legacies and the pursuit of independence. Liniers' journey represents a broader narrative of colonial struggles that resonate with various cultures throughout history, inviting empathy and understanding. Santiago de Liniers remains a pivotal figure, inspiring discourse on leadership styles and the personal nuances that define governance. His life epitomizes the struggles faced by many colonial figures, inviting discussions about heritage and identity amid ever-changing landscapes of power. Liniers' dual heritage opens conversations about cultural intersectionality, which is crucial in understanding Latin American history. Commemoration of Liniers' contributions serves as a reminder of the challenges leaders face when navigating colonial legacies in modern contexts. Even years after his death, the complexities of Liniers' life challenge contemporary leaders to embrace multifaceted identities. In academia, Liniers' strategies and values prompt explorations into the essence of leadership in colonial contexts, continuing to influence new generations. Liniers emerges as a figure of resilience, illustrating how historical narratives are essential to identifying solutions for present challenges. The dialogue surrounding Liniers lays foundational groundwork for understanding independence movements across Latin America. On July 25, 1753, Santiago de Liniers was welcomed into the world, marking the beginning of a life steeped in cultural history and conflict. Liniers' upbringing was steeped in the cultural dichotomy of his French and Spanish heritage, which shaped his worldview and ambitions. At 13, Santiago joined the Spanish Navy, where he developed essential navigation and combat skills that would serve him in later life. Upon returning to Buenos Aires, he quickly rose through the ranks in the colonial administration, demonstrating keen diplomatic skills. Liniers' capabilities earned him the title of Viceroy of the Rio de la Plata in 1804, positioning him amidst growing geopolitical tensions. In 1806, when British forces invaded Buenos Aires, Liniers showcased his leadership by rallying local militias to defend the city. Liniers successfully led the defense of Buenos Aires, which solidified his reputation as a national hero among the populace. Despite his success, Liniers faced the dual challenge of maintaining loyalty to Spanish rule while navigating increasing demands for independence. By 1810, revolutionary sentiments culminated in Liniers' arrest and deposition, marking a significant turning point in his life and the region's history. His arrest symbolized the struggle between colonial loyalty and the push for independence, making him a complex figure in Argentine history. Liniers' legacy extends beyond his actions. He is viewed as a symbol of resistance and the complexities of identity in colonial Latin America. His life sparks critical discussions on the nature of leadership and the responsibility leaders hold in times of change. Liniers' experiences highlight the delicate balance of cultural identities that shaped modern-day Argentina. His story serves as a reminder of the ongoing struggles against colonialism and the quest for national identity in Latin America. The impact of Liniers' leadership style dialogues with contemporary leaders facing similar challenges of identity and loyalty. Liniers' life exemplifies how personal narratives intertwine with broader historical movements, shaping perceptions of identity. His legacy promotes discussions around the implications of colonialism and the struggles of leaders framed by cultural legacies. Liniers' influence persists, reminding society that the narratives of colonial figures are integral to understanding contemporary identities. The contrasting views of Liniers as both a colonial figure and a national hero bring forth significant narratives in Argentine history. His enduring story inspires future generations to navigate the complexities of cultural and national identities. Liniers became a pivotal figure in understanding the historical evolution of Argentina's identity as a nation. Today, the dialogues about Liniers' impact foster a rich exploration of Argentina's diverse cultural heritage and its colonial past. Liniers' life reflects the broader themes of colonial resilience and cultural synthesis that continue to resonate today. The complex legacy of Santiago de Liniers invites ongoing dialogue about the role of leaders during times of transition in history. As a backdrop to modern cultural discussions, Liniers' legacy offers frames for understanding identity in a globalized world.